Welcome, folks, to another edition of From the Bottom Up. And today we are doing Just a Game by Triumph. Came out in March of 1979, produced by Mike Levine and Triumph, clocking in at 36 minutes, 22 seconds. It was originally released on RCA Records, peaked at number 48 in the US, and was their first gold album. So basically, it was their breakthrough album in America. I'm going to take you through all 8 tracks real quick and let you know where we got them all ranked here. So beginning with number 8. Okay, so if you folks remember, you follow my episodes here. I'm not a big fan of instrumentals when it comes to kind of ranking songs wise. There's a few that do stand out. This one stands out, but I just like every song on here better. It's great, great instrumental, great little piece. Fantasy Serenade number 8. A great classical instrumental piece. One of the songs that Rick Emmett is known for, and it just isn't as strong as the ones with vocals. So that's 8. Number 7, I got Suitcase Blues, another song written by Rick Emmett, and the song basically changed Emmett's life in ways because it had a profound effect on him, and it's all about traveling and being on the road and all that good stuff. And I don't know, I just didn't find it quite as appealing as the other 6 songs above it. But it's definitely a solid song, and he actually closed out many of his solo shows with it when he was doing live performances. So that's number 7. We're going down to number 6 for the bluesy Young Enough to Cry, which is a Gil Moore vocal here, and definitely probably the bluesiest song that Gil Moore has ever been associated with in the Triumph vein here. You figure mostly likely it's Rick Emmett that's usually involved in those, but this time around, Gil gives his take on a great song here, and definitely one of the many standout tracks on this album. Number 6 was Young Enough to Cry, so we're going down to number 5, another Gilmore vocal for none other than American Girls. Yes, who would have thought a Canadian band would write a song like this? Listening to the lyrics and everything. But it was one of the first songs I ever actually heard by the band. They used to play this heavily on our 97 Rock here in Buffalo, New York, and definitely got a lot of airplay. This was one of the songs that first album that I got from them, so it helped me break through with them. So that's what we got for 5. Number 4, gonna move in on. Yes, we're moving on. Gilmore vocal. It's got that live feel. It sounds like you can hear the crowd in the background, which is all piped in, I believe. But a great song. I don't know if the band ever played it live, but if they did, they should have played it first to kick off the set because that would be the way to go, just like it does on the album. Just a great song, solid, great song from Triumph that I think doesn't get its just due. This is one of those great songs of the catalog that kind of remain lost in the shuffle all these years later. But I love it. I've got it at number 4. For number 3, we've got the first single that was released on the album, peaking at number 38 in the US, number 33 in Canada. Hold On, a song that was rarely performed live due to its complex arrangements. And when it was played live, it was mainly acoustic because the band just couldn't pull it off like they did on the record. So they kind of changed it up a little bit. It was number 1 in many markets, so they had to play it a lot of nights, especially when the promoters were telling them to. So that was one of the things mentioned by Rick Emmett when I interviewed him. And for more on that interview, definitely check out my website here for more interesting things, all Triumph related. We've got an album ranking of Triumph. We've got a song ranking by Triumph. And then, of course, now we're doing the from the bottom up, just a game here. So the number 3 was Hold On. Number 2, probably the most popular song from this album as opposed airplay wise. This song was the second single released, and we're talking about "Lay It on the Line," another just great classic song, probably perhaps one of the top three Triumph songs as far as popularity is concerned. It peaked at number 86 in the US, number 72 in Canada, and first song, this song was first written some 2 years prior, and then they finally worked on it, finished it, and got it ready for this album. So, Rick Emmett, great song. Definitely love this one. This is definitely the song that got me into Triumph for sure. And number one, we are going with the title track, Just a Game. I just love the layers of guitar that make this gem flow. Never received airplay, which is one of the reasons why they never performed it, according to Rick Emmett. It would be just too hard to pull off with all the different layers in concert, which is understandable. But at the same time, it would have been nice to do like a little acoustic or, kind of give it a little bit different flavor live would have felt nice. The way Rick described it, they were all about, putting on a show. So they really wanted to focus in on the songs that made them do that, So that was one of the reasons why this song was never performed. But hey, I'm not taking away anything from it. It's just a great song, and that's where I got it at the top spot here on this album, in my estimation. Gonna recap real fast. Number 8, Fantasy Serenade. Number 7, Suitcase Blues. Number 6, Young Enough to Cry. Number 5, American Girls. Number 4, Moving On. Number 3, we've got Hold On. Number 2, Lay It on the Line. Number 1, Just a Game. And that concludes this episode of From the Bottom Up Triumph, Just a Game.